Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. I'm doing some paid review requests. This is for Brian. And Brian, he's sent me a couple of questions, so I've broken it up. This is paid review 21QA147. And he wants to ask me, politics, dangerous to discuss. YouTube and other forums are actively stifling free speech. Feigning concern for virtual, this politic correctness is dumbing down society, but I wanted your thoughts. Are your Australian schools bullying into the same absurdity as US schools? Okay, we'll have a look at that. I don't condone hate speech, but I do support free speech, and hate speech is being expanded to censor movies. Okay, he's going on there. We need history to learn from the mistakes of the past. Okay, so what is your perception from Australia? I gotta tell you there, I think my view there is that look, politics very, very dangerous. My politics, you know, I've been in both sides. I joined the left wing, the Labour side. And then I joined the Liberal Party, which is our Conservatives. I've even been to I've been in all the parties, and I got to be honest with you, I've now come to a mutual hatred of most of them. The Conservatives are really interested in big business. The left wing is more interested in unions. And I'm kind of a person who's I believe my political stance would be constitutional democracy. I like to have, I'd say I'm a small business advocate, free enterprise, small business. That's kind of where I come from. I like the American dream. I like the hope that you can work hard and do well and achieve some dreams. As far as my politics goes, look, I must say I'm a swinging voter, because there's some people, nothing more annoys me than people who are on the right who continually bag the left, and people on the left who continue. I kind of like to get some good ideas from both. I think I like to see myself as an environmentalist. And why do I say that is because the whole reason I love the luxury goods is because instead of buying disposable crap which wastes resources, you buy one beautiful piece which lasts you a lifetime. It's actually conserving resources. I like to know that things are not wasted or thrown out. I like things that last and are of quality. So my politics, you could say, well, that's kind of luxury goods is a right-wing thing. But then you look at the philosophy to it and you say, well, that's a bit left-wing. If you don't have to replace it, that's kind of defeats the purpose of capitalism. So I like to be an environmental. I'm concerned for the environment. Doesn't mean I'm a greenie or a left-wing tree hugger. It means that I am more concerned of waste and things like that there. I got to be honest with you. I do believe in equal rights, regardless of religion, skin color, and I also believe in equal rights for women as opposed for men. Now, one of my heroes in this is Jordan Peterson, who, I got to be honest with you, people say Jordan Peterson is quite right wing. I tend to think he's middle of the road. I don't think he's right wing. I think sometimes he's a bit left wing, to be completely honest. But Jordan Peterson, I got to be totally honest with you. You hear of these things, these quotas, which in Australia we've been having quotas in politics. We want just as many men as women in politics. And what they're really saying is it's not the best man or woman for the job. We want to rig it so that it's preference to women or preference to minority groups, which I actually quite dislike. I tend to agree with Jordan Peterson quite strongly on that. So I actually do. I would say I am more feminist than most feminists. I believe women have the right to equal pay, equal, should be treated just like the man folk. However, these feminists, they want preference. See, I'm not actually for preference of any side or any... I gotta be totally honest with you. Race is a very interesting thing there. I mean, we all tend to hate certain races at times. But, you have a bad dealing with somebody and you want to stare it. But I gotta be totally honest with you. Martin Luther King said, I'd rather that he wants to have a society where people judge you on the character of your convictions and not the color of your skin. And I gotta be honest with you, I think that is very, very a good way to go there. I don't really care if somebody is Asian, if they're black, African American, Caucasian, European, Middle Eastern, Eastern European, I kind of don't have any feelings being a man who's going into his 50s. I kind of like to think that I'll give any race or religion a fair trot. I knew people who were Muslims and I loved them. They were really cool people. I had clients who were Muslims, and I've known colored people, Asians, I've known different religions, and I really can't say I can't say that I dislike somebody based on religion, color. I think you need to judge people on the character of these people, character of their convictions. Are they a good person? Would they help someone in need? That's more the criteria. I gotta tell you, this pendulum swings. You know what? I gotta tell you, it's always a tricky thing. This pendulum seems to swing. It's now, the political correctness. I mean, political correctness, if you look in the 70s, it was pretty awful time for a lot of minorities and that there. Pretty nasty things were said. So that wasn't really a great period. Now it's kind of swung completely, to one extreme to another extreme. The way I see it is that I would like to, the PC, political correctness, I think we need to have understanding and fairness without getting ridiculously carried away. So, the left wing in Australia now, we are, in all honesty there is some alarming things that are coming out, and I gotta be honest with you. I really do think there is certain agendas being pushed. The feminist movement's pushing certain things, and I gotta be honest. I am more of I'm not anti anyone or anything. I like to be inclusive. I love ladies. I love the female form. I love nationalities never really mattered. There's good and bad in all of us, I think. So I've got to be honest with you there. This PC, which seems to be a Western world thing, we're getting a bit carried away with this political correctness. I've got to be totally honest with you there. I think both sides of politics tend to be pretty damn nasty at times. I mean, the funny thing is with Trump was a Democrat for years. He was a Democrat. And then all of a sudden the Democrats can't stand him. Well, it's funny. He was such a Democrat. And now it's I got to be honest with you. Politics itself is a dangerous area to be in. I kind of, I try and stay out of politics because you're going to alienate half your audience. So you've got to be a bit careful with that. But I got to tell you, I think the world's a better place now than it used to be. I think we are more tolerant. We have, I think all being said, this is the thing, we've never been so wealthy. We've never had so much, but we are so ungrateful. We are so ungrateful. We've never had to have a man like me. My grandfather was so poor, he used to pick up cigarette butts to smoke, and I have 4 Patek Philippe, 3 Rolex watches. I mean, how is that possible? That's incredible. So I've got to be honest with you. I think we've never been so wealthy in history. So the problem is, for everything you gain, you lose something. We are also very, very unappreciative of this. So in all honesty there, I think it's just how we've moved. So yes, but I we'll see how it goes. So this we've got another 2 questions to go, watch related. So keep watching. This is quite a long, I've drawn it out in a couple videos to give him bang per buck. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads, and I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.